Alrighty, so here we have Trinity Cannon and Ryland Wiggins with our head coach. But if anybody wants a first question, or
I'll do
would
an
you
opening
just want to
statement.
open up with a
I'll do an
statement,
opening
Coach?
statement. Yeah. This is a hard one. As a coach, all you want is for your players to play hard and for themselves and to compete their tails off. And I feel like it was such an honor to coach these women. These two on the side of me have elevated this program just so much. And, I told them, I promised them when I took this job that we were going to do things that were special, and they were going to leave this program strong, smart, they were already there, athletic, and very, very capable women that will fight for what they want. And I don't know if if there's anybody else that embodies that more than these two. I'm just so proud of our fight. I told you all that our programs, we don't give up until the last out, and you saw it firsthand for 3 games. So I just couldn't be more proud of what they showed on the field this weekend.
Trinity, the offense had a little bit of trouble in the first few innings and going, but in the 6th and 7th inning, 2 great rallies, and you were a big part of both those rallies. What think might change in those last 2 innings?
I just think that we went back to playing Aggie softball. I think we might have been pressing a little, and we just reminded each other to come together as a team and just to go out there and fight.
Coach, earlier in the week, you talked about the growth of the program. Last year, you guys are in regionals here. This year, you're in super regionals, go down to the wire. What's the next step for Aggie softball, and what do you kind of learn from this series to help you take that next step?
I think going through this, I think, when you go through the hard, it motivates you. And that's, again, you don't know what this is like until you're here. And so now they know what it's like. And now they know, Texas is a great team, 100%. But we also know that there's some things that we didn't execute that put us in some tough binds. And, we clean up some of those things and you just don't know. And so, when you're in your off season, when you're training in the summer, when you come here during, fall, and we're working on those things, I just think that it makes it just a little bit more important. Thank you.
Tricia, obviously you know Mac Morgan
Yep,
pretty well.
Pretty well, yeah.
How would you assess her performance and what made her effective?
Yeah, Mac competes. I think that's one of the things when we originally recruited her that I liked about her. She competed. She, was getting the really low strike call pretty consistent, and she did a really good job of taking advantage of it. So I thought she did a good job with that.
For Trinity and Ryland, just going back to your early years at the program and seeing Tricia come in, just when you decided to stay, Trinity, and just how proud are you from the growth of that from the program from then to now?
I was really excited when Coach Ford came in, and I just love this team. And like she said, we fought to the last out, and at the end of the day, I think we beat ourselves in those last few innings. I'm so proud of them, and I know that me and Rye, we're blessed to be here these past 4 years, and that these people that are in the program now are going to take it to the next level.
That's all.
For Ryland, just these past 4 years, how thankful are you to have been an Aggie and thankful to be a part of this team?
I'm really extremely thankful to be a part of this team and to be an Aggie. I didn't even want to be an Aggie growing up, so it was kind of a random thing that fell upon me, and it's been a really great blessing just to be here. I wouldn't have wanted to spend it any other way. I love these girls, love our staff, and I think we proved a lot of people wrong this year, made a lot of people mad. that wanted to see us fail. So I'm glad to be a part of that.
Trinity, I know, obviously, great weekend for you. Just what are you going to take away from this weekend? Obviously, I know disappointing result in the end, but still pretty impressive performance as a team as well.
Coach Ford has really helped me be a better person off the field, and I just feel more confident in myself and a lot stronger in every decision I make. And I know that I had a good bond with a lot of these girls, and they're going to do great things next year on and off the field.
And then, Tricia, kind of going off of Kay's question to Ryland and Trinity, just how important were these two in particular, but, all those, especially seniors that stuck it out for 2 years with you, and you didn't have to completely overhaul everything. You did have some cornerstones, I guess, to build off of.
Yeah, I mean, these two in particular, I think I've made it really clear, are the reason why we are where we're at. They showed me what it was like to be an Aggie. They showed me, I was kind of their freshman, to be honest with you. And we obviously went in the portal and got some key pieces, some people that we were very familiar with. And then, when you start to put those pieces together, people like Emily Kennedy just rise and rise and rise to the top. And none of that happens, though, if you're not in an environment in which you think you can thrive. And I think that's what these two did, is they created an environment for this Aggie softball team to thrive.
Yeah, Coach, and to have a season culminate in such a competitive series and, to take a lead in the first game and then go down fighting the next two, what is the biggest lesson that your team has taken away from this series this season, and what kind of precedent have the seniors set for the girls coming back next year?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of things. It'll probably take me a week to digest everything. But I think, Texas A&M softball wasn't on the map when I took over. And I couldn't say it better than Ryland did. I think this year we surprised a lot of people. I think we are going to be consistently in the conversation when it comes to postseason, hosting, top 8 seeds, all those things. And it all started with these two. So I think, the other piece is how close we are. I mean, sometimes some of the biggest hurt, you get the biggest growth. And, I've said this all year, love the hard. This is hard right now. But we're going to be better because of it. And I have 100% confidence that these two, even though that their playing days are over, they're going to continue to help us and grow us, and make sure they give back to the program, because that's what Aggies do.
For either player, Texas opens the door in the 6th inning and you walk through and get 1 run, but then the base is loaded, you don't get any more runs with 1 out. Did that possibly carry over for the only time when then you go out in the field and Texas scores 3 runs for either player? Do you think maybe that had a little carryover or not?
Us not scoring with bases loaded?
Not scoring enough, and then Texas goes out and scores 3 when your team makes a couple errors. Did you have a little, holdover from that or not?
I don't think so. I think you just got to take advantage of the opportunities you're given, and we didn't, point blank. And they did.
Coach, can you kind of talk about, from the pitching staff to the pinch runners to the pinch hitters this series, can you kind of talk about the team effort it was and really kind of how it seemingly everybody contributed in one way or another?
Yeah, I mean, we are a team. And I told them this straight up. They know that I am terrible at lying. I said, on paper, that team over there is better than you, but we're the better team. And I truly mean that. For a team that was a 16 seed to come out and play the way that we played, that's because our insides are all meshed and working towards one goal. And that's not taking anything away from Texas University at all. It's just, I know who we are and what our DNA is. And so, the bond, these ladies will have these memories for the rest of their life. We had Haley Golden scoring the run, Maya Perez. I don't know that you'll ever forget that. I mean, Trin, her weekend was epic. Julia Cottrell, you can't draw that up. Last at bat, as a senior. There's just so many things. Rylan Wiggins, how about that dive? I mean, I could go on and on and on, and that's what a great team looks like to me. And I felt like you saw it on display for 3 games.
Two-parter, if I could, Tricia. Ackerman only gives up 1 run in 4 2/3 innings, and how much did Kennedy have left in the tank for this today?
I'm going to be honest with you, Cease. I asked her, I said, how much do you have in the tank? She said, as many times as my arm can go around. And so I said, well, that means a whole lot. And so I had a good conversation with the pitchers today, and I said, hey, we need to step up as a staff. And I thought Shaylee pitched her tail off. Thought she did a really good job. And we knew, like, you know, once she got into that 4th inning, we were going to have a quick hook, and Lev came in and, you know, did some good things, and we're going to win or lose with lefty on the mound, and she threw good enough for us to win. So